Hi everyone. Let's discuss about the Vygotsky's theory of social and cultural development. Okay, so first we will see the introduction of Vygotsky. So Vygotsky born in the year 1896 and he died in the year 1934. Vygotsky was a Russian psychologist known for his work on psychological development in children. He published on a diverse range of subjects and from multiple views as his perspective changed over the years. So let's see about the socio-cultural theory. Socio-cultural theory grew from the work of psychologist Vygotsky, who believed that parents, caregivers, peers, and the culture at large are responsible for developing higher order functions. Let's see the concepts of the socio-cultural theory. So Vygotsky gave the theory, and in this theory these many concepts are including. First concept is cultural specific tool, next is language development, third is zone of proximal development, that is also known as a ZPD, then next is scaffolding, then after that MKO, that is more knowledgeable others, and the last one is reciprocal teaching. So let's see about the cultural specific tool. The cultural specific tool is Vygotsky believed that cultural tools, including real tools and symbolic tools, play a very important role in cognitive development. He emphasized the tools that the culture provides to support thinking, so that all higher order mental processes such as reasoning and problem solving are mediated by psychological tools such as language, signs, and symbols. Adults teach these tools to children during day-to-day activities, and the children internalize them. So later, the psychological tools can help students advance their own development. For example, the children engaged in activities with adults and they exchange ideas and ways of thinking about or representing concepts. These co-created ideas are internalized by children. Thus, children's knowledge, ideas, attitudes, and values develop through appropriating the ways of acting and thinking provided by their culture and by the more capable members of their group. The next is language development. In the language development, Vygotsky have given the three forms of languages. First is social speech, that will be happen from 2 to 3 years. When the child will be 2 years old, at that time it will start, and it is also called as a external speech. In this speech, the child will give they cannot say the whole sentence. They will say only few words. Like if they want water, they will say only water. Then the parents or the elders have to understand it that he or she needs the water, then they will provide them. Like that it will happening in the 2 to 3 years. Then next is egocentric speech. It is also called as a private speech, and it will happen from 3 to 7 years. In this, if we give a task to the student, like for example, if we tell them to write the 5 number, then they will count it loudly, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When they will get the number 5, at that time they will write it, and they will read it loudly. They will count it loudly, so it will called as it is the private speech and egocentric speech. And then next is inner speech. In the inner speech, if we give some task or if we ask something, so they will recall that things in their mind. They will not say it loudly, or it will be a soundless speech. After the 7 year, this process will happen. Then next is zone of proximal development. This we discussed yesterday also, and in this the zone of proximal development. As we can see that in the green color, it's a comfort zone of a children where the children know all the things. For example, if we tell the children of first grade to write the numbers from 1 to 10, they can write easily without anyone's help. The teacher also will not help them, and they will write it easily. But what I can do with the help, if we tell them to write the table of 2, then they will take the help of their teacher. Like if they will stick somewhere, like they don't know the 2 5s are, then they can take the help of their teacher. That is called as a ZPD, that is zone of proximal development, where the student is comfortable in that green color zone. That is called as a ZAD, that is zone of achieved development. Then next is what I can't do. And in this zone, if we give the hard task to the children, like if we tell them, if we tell the grade 1 children to solve the division sum, then he can't do. So that is called as in what I can't do. With the help of the teacher also he can't do. Okay, then this is the ZPD. The next is scaffolding. Vygotsky's scaffolding is a theory that focuses on students' ability to learn information through the help of a more informed individual. When used effectively, scaffolding can help students learn content they would not have been able to process on their own. So here in the scaffolding, the children is taking the help of their elders or the teachers or their friend. That it can be a ZPD also, zone of proximal development. In that zone only the children is taking the help from their elders, teacher, or the any other member like friends or the in the peer group. The next is more knowledgeable others. MKO, Vygotsky defined the more knowledgeable others, that is MKO, as anyone who has a better understanding or a higher ability level than the learner, particularly in regards to a specific task, concept, or process. Traditionally, the MKO is though of as a teacher or an elder adult. So as we know that by seeing the title only we are able to understand. More knowledgeable other means if someone is more knowledgeable other than children, then they can help the children. That is called as an MKO. Then next is reciprocal teaching. In this, it is used to improve students' ability to learn from text. In this method, teacher and student collaborate in learning and practicing 4 key skills. That is number 1, summarizing, number 2 is questioning, number 3 is clarifying, number 4 is predicting. So in this process, it is happening in the classroom only. From the textbook, that in this kind of teaching, the children should able to learn the whatever content have given in the textbook. After reading the textbook, it's a kind of comprehension passage, and after reading that text from the book or from anywhere, at that time the teacher can ask the children to summarize the passage or summarize the text, or they can ask some questions, or the teacher can if the student is having any doubt, the teacher can clarify those doubts, and then the teacher will predict it whether the children or student have understood it or not.